creator is so incredibly talented, it's almost insulting. I wish I was that talented at anything, dude.
No way, this is a real level. No way! This is so sick! Whoa. Nah.
Isn't that just the craziest thing you've ever seen? Like, this is all in a Geometry Dash level. It's all in look, this is in Geometry Dash. I didn't edit that in. Holy
Geometry Dash has millions of online levels, all of which were created by players like you. And while you're trying your best to get your first rated level so you can flex on all of your friends, you're still wondering why your levels look so trash. But far above that realm of just striving for creator points and doing the bare minimum, there are creators that are exceptionally better than the rest, whose levels can be mistaken for an actual Hollywood production movie, and I'm here to talk about one of them. But first, I should warn you about this bug that's been going around, where if you don't subscribe to my channel, then your GD account will get deleted. Yeah, it's pretty weird, you should do it. Anyways, let's get back to this insane creator. Vipren is a Norwegian Geometry Dash creator, I'm just kidding. A Dutch level creator who goes by the name of Blee, famous for his art style levels, more specifically Autopilot, Absolute Garbage, and Change of Scene, all of which won him multiple first place awards in different categories at the 2022 and 2023 Geometry Dash Awards. Blee was voted by the community as the best art creator in 2022, with almost double the votes of second place. This gave a massive boost to his popularity, since he was still a fairly new creator back then. Moreover, he was chosen as the best overall creator in the 2023 awards, earning more than 50% of the total votes amongst the 7 nominees, with a difference of over 30% ahead of second place. Even though many people think it wasn't really deserved, I disagree. His style is unique, and he has been really consistent with the quality of his levels. Let's take a look at some of them. The level you see playing in the background, Change of Scene, was Blee's entry for the Discord Gauntlet contest hosted by Vipren. For those who don't know, the contest had some unique rules. The level must include 2 different modes that could be toggled within the first 5 seconds, one of them optional with its own distinct visuals. A maximum of 2 creators were allowed per level. The level had to be between a 2-star and a 10-star easy demon, either long or XL length, and capped at 120k objects. The top 5 levels were guaranteed a feature or epic, and promised a spot in the Discord Gauntlet when 2.2 drops. Oh, and there were also cash prizes, but let's be honest, that wasn't really the main motivation here. And oh boy did Blee do a good job with that. Everything, from the theming, boss fights, and gameplay, to the insane levels of optimization was just top tier. In fact, it's so good that Change of Scene is still considered by many to be the best 2.1 level ever made in Geometry Dash. And that's a pretty big statement to make. Unsurprisingly, the level ended up winning first place, but that's not to say it did not have any competition. I just love how Blee adds these stats at the start of his levels, like how long it took to make, or how many objects, triggers, and groups it has. The level itself is phenomenal. The intense transitions make it feel straight out of a movie. But the best thing about this level is the visuals. I have never seen anything like this before. Even the small details, like this TV here that just turns into the sun in the slickest way possible, blew me away. At first, I was just impressed, but the more I started looking at the tiny details, the more I was completely mind blown. There is just so much packed into this level that you cannot possibly notice it all in one go. From my personal experience, the gameplay is really well made. I especially love the fake GG ending screen, where the level keeps going with the rest of the song. And just look at the sync. I've probably rebeaten this level 10 times since it came out, just because I like it so much. At the end, it says the level only took 70k objects for both game modes combined. And if you don't know, that's insanely little. This brings us to the optimization part of the level. When it comes to optimizing, Blee is an actual genius. You probably didn't even notice, but various decorations, like these chains here, are actually just one text object that says ho ho ho. Once you start looking at all the details, you realize how simple they actually are, but the way they're used makes the level look absolutely crazy without completely melting people's devices. If you've never seen this level, I strongly urge you to check it out. It's literally perfect. Another level we're gonna be looking at is Absolute Garbage, which is probably my favorite 2.1 level of all time. It's the sequel to an older level of his called Trash Level, which was pretty good but nothing too crazy. It definitely wasn't a bad level, but there wasn't anything that made it stand out. Absolute Garbage, on the other hand, is an absolute masterpiece. Like any good sequel, Blee kept the original theme of trash level and just took it to the next level. This level has one of the best intros I've seen in the game. The way the spiral doodle and text break apart, matching the intensity of the song, it just works so well, even though it only lasts a second. One thing I really like about Blee, and something that isn't super obvious at first, is how his fluid movements add so much to the level. They don't confuse or restrict the player's vision, but instead make the level feel way more alive. There are so many background layers, but somehow they don't overlap or look messy in the slightest. I just love Blee's art style, how all the structures look cartoonishly simple, yet they fit the rest so well. You can tell the foreground is super simple in terms of design, but it adds so much depth. I know all of this might sound like I'm just describing a normal level, but trust me, words cannot describe how good it actually looks. The colors are incredible. Even this fake death part, where the player's icon turns into scrap and gets spit out of this pipe onto a conveyor belt, and it syncs to the music so perfectly I don't even know what to say. The drop is super intense, with tons of foreground and structure movement. Lava rising from the bottom left, which is a callback to trash level. And honestly, it kinda reminds me of Danceman's lava effect in a lot of his levels. Even the wave sync part is fun to play and looks amazing. And I want you to notice the background here. It's basically just those crushing machines, hydraulic press things, opening and closing while being shadowed. It really takes mastery to achieve this kind of complexity with so few objects like Blee did here. Also, the chains in the foreground add this sense of urgency, and then this awesome transition, like how is that even possible? The last part has so much going on, but it just looks phenomenal and flows great. The gameplay is super balanced, insanely fun to play, and surprisingly sight readable. I was able to beat it in less than 20 attempts, even though it's an easy demon. If this is your first time seeing this level, I highly recommend you play for yourself, or at least watch a full gameplay video and pay attention to everything. The deco, the particles, the tiny details, then you'll really see how smooth and perfectly executed it all is. But the most unbelievable part? The time spent in the editor and the object count. Like 63 hours? Most people spend that long just playtesting their levels, let alone finishing the entire thing. And it's under 40k objects, like that's insanely low for a level that looks like this. Keep in mind, this level was made before his famous work Change of Scene, and if I had to rank this, I would give it a 10 out of 10. It's practically flawless. If this still hasn't convinced you why Blee is such a good creator, let's take a look at some of his other levels and collab parts, because somehow they might be even better than this. The level you're seeing playing in the background now is his most recent one at the time of making this video, Final Orbit by Blee and MSN. It's an almost 3-minute long XL level made in 2.2, and it's an entry for the Space Gauntlet contest similar to the Change of Scene and the Discord Gauntlet. What's unique about this one is that it has a fully animated intro that you can actually skip if you want. It tells the backstory of what's going on. We see an asteroid flying straight at the spaceship, and honestly, this does not even look like GD anymore. This is the kind of thing you'd expect to see in a high-budget Hollywood movie. The way the scene is composed, how the tension builds up as the rock approaches the ship, the pacing, it's just something else. And then there's the level itself. Like I said, it was made in 2.2, so you'd expect some crazy optical illusions, filters, and all kinds of wild effects. And you get exactly that. The art is exceptional as always, the shake effects and color choices match the atmosphere and the song perfectly. Unsurprisingly, this level got rated as mythic. However, his first 2.2 level, Rage Quit, got even more popular, all because of its unique idea and perfect execution. Like, I'm gonna admit, I did fall for the fake deaths the first time I played it. The level was originally made for Wabu's $1,000 Stereo Madness contest. And to no one's surprise, it won first place, and it wasn't even close. The visuals in this one are absolutely insane, despite it just being a remake of Stereo Madness. It's basically a short movie about a guy with anger issues, and the storytelling throughout the gameplay is spot on. This level went on to win the Best Beginner Classic in the 2024 awards, and it was not even close. But what probably shocked me the most was the end screen showing the total object count for the level. He's also made Autopilot, an auto level created in 2.1 that still looks stunning. And he's also contributed to tons of collabs, some of which you can see playing in the background now. At the time of making this video, Blee has 99,000 subscribers on YouTube. I'd really appreciate it if you guys could show some love and help him hit 100k, because the guy clearly deserves it. Okay, it's me from the future editing this. Blee did in fact already hit 100k subscribers, but you should still definitely check out his channel. He really deserves all the support. The fact that Blee went from making mediocre levels to absolute masterpieces in less than 2 years is honestly unbelievable. With his consistency, optimization skills, and how fast he delivers quality, it's fair to say that he is one of the best creators in Geometry Dash.